NBC actually has a video that's never been seen before. We're actually going to be sending a letter requesting that from NBC because it allegedly shows Oswald near the vehicle when the assassination took place, which means that he couldn't have been the shooter. So
the fuck? So NBC knows what happens to JFK. They have the footage showing proof of what happened to JFK, and they have been holding that footage hostage since before I was born. For me, ladies and gentlemen, history, as a lot of us have been taught, gone. How are you good people doing, my American brothers and sisters? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, in which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me on all the platforms you see above and below. Click the thumbs up button. That way my content can stay consistently recommended to you, and it keeps me in the YouTube shadow banning algorithm world. And when you subscribe to my channel, click the bell notification that will allow you to bring up another tab to select all notifications. Last but not least, go check out my other YouTube channel called Man, Husband, Father. Just go subscribe to it. There's no content on there yet, but I just wanted to get the numbers up there before I post, and it will be soon. I promise you, it will be soon. Let me go ahead and get to this, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a lot of stuff that's going on in my mind when it comes to this stuff, guys. And right now, in the times that we're in right now, the fact that they want to release these things right now to us in regards to the JFK files. And I got to be honest with you guys. I was just kind of like, okay, what's going to be new? What's going to be surprising? Like, what's going to make us all ooh? Because honestly, when I got into adulthood and I started looking at things and researching it myself, it just was not making sense to me. I'm pretty sure you guys were thinking the same thing. I know what they told us in school to believe. I know what they told us who the shooter was and everything like that. And we just rolled with it. I know that's the reason why they give us test questions and all that through schooling, so we can be indoctrinated into us that this is who shot him, this who shot him, this who shot him, this who shot him. You go to college, they'll talk about the JFK assassination. Yeah, we all know that such and such killed JFK, da 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 da. And it keeps getting kind of like reconfirmed who did it. But it just did not make sense, because when I became a huge watcher of like forensic files, looking at all the ballistics and all the stuff like that, I was planning on possibly going to the FBI myself or the CIA, or I was going to be a Navy SEALs. That was my dream goals before I actually got into medicine, right? So what I'm saying that for is this. When I started really looking at all these forensic things and everything like that, it just did not make any sense what happened to him. It just didn't make any sense, right? So I did my own study before there was a such thing as the internet, and I just like, there ain't no way that guy did that. I know they showed us like he shot up with a magic bullet, bull crap, all that stuff they were telling us for his head to explode. Like, I'm like, nope. Anyway, guys, this right here, what I'm about to show you, this could be very damning, but at the same time, you're going to see why I'm going to get the whole feeling of, oh, here we go with another Epstein thing they're going to do.
Jeff Morley, who was on my show, who's going to be testifying to your committee next week, he said because of these new releases, it's conclusive that the CIA was running Oswald, running him. And he also said that he doesn't think all of the documents have been released. Is that your understanding too?
Yeah, so we're actually in the process of tracking down two specific documents. And also, too, Jesse, I would like to actually tell the American people, it was made aware to me this evening that NBC actually has a video that's never been seen before. We're actually going to be sending a letter requesting that from NBC because it allegedly shows Oswald near the vehicle when the assassination took place, which means that he couldn't have been the shooter. So, again, we're tracking down all this information. But look, there's even a CIA document that came out that Mr. Morley pointed out that actually said that the CIA never bought the lone gunman theory. And so I think the American people had an inclination as to what we were saying, but we never had the hard evidence until now. And so it's important to note that in a free and fair society, how could you operate or have an agency operating in the shadows? And so kudos to President Trump, also Director Radcliffe and Tulsi Gabbard for pushing for this transparency. It is going to be generational changing that they've done this. And we hope to bring forward legislation to ensure that this never happens again for future generations to come.
You're saying NBC has been keeping this tape of Oswald under wraps?
Correct. In fact, Director Stone actually told us that he was showed this tape, that it was a secondary copy, and that he said that this could blow open the entire JFK investigation. What I will also tell you, though, Jesse, is he said that NBC's been very, very much so guarding this tape. And so I believe that that tape belongs to the American people. We are going to be sending a letter asking for that tape. And I would encourage everyone to ask NBC to release that tape to the public. It's important, not just for our investigations, but so the American people know the truth as to what happened with John F. Kennedy.
See what I'm saying? Now it just gets really deep, guys, because if you looked at the stuff, and I did not post on my channel, there was so much stuff that was involved in it. Israel was involved in it. Let's just keep it real. I know this is about to definitely have my numbers go completely down now, because once I mention Israel, I know what's about to happen now, because they did it to my sister Candace, my sister Candace. So when you find out who all these people that have their hand in it, then we finding out, allegedly, if NBC really does have this tape showing without a shadow of a doubt that it was not him that was the shooter, one thing it's going to do is going to make us go, okay, I'm being real. Okay, we all figured that part out. Now what? What does this do? Oh, so he never did do it. The CIA lied. Okay, we all thought that anyway. We all felt that and knew that anyway, because it just didn't make sense. You can only lie to people for so long. You know what I mean? It's like as you grow and you mature, you just start to figure things out. But no, they just expected a lot of us just to go through life and be told it. The guys, this makes you just question. I mean, history as we know it, for me, is just a slate of just cleaning. I don't believe in God. I mean, God, y'all might, let me quit. I'm going to say it. It makes you question everything that we've been told. Everything. I mean, is the earth flat for real? I mean, did we really go to the moon? I mean, I know we got footage. It's the so-called footage and all these things. Did any of this stuff that we were taught that they felt was so significant for us to know, did those things really happen? Because was it really important to teach us about JFK assassination in school? What was the significance of that? It's almost like everything they was trying to teach us and wants to just get embedded in our head, like right from the jump. They want to make sure it stick with us, because if it sticks with us and we never question it, we'll just go out and just live life accordingly. If anybody asks us a question, yeah, we went to the moon. What year did we do this year? Who was the first person? Who's the first person? Armstrong was the first person to set foot on the moon. One small step for man, one giant. We know all that, so it sticks with us. But then it's like, did we really do all these things, or we were just told we did all these things? You see what I'm saying? Because why the secrecy? Why can't they be? You talking about transparent now? Why can't they be transparent? Why is NBC allegedly holding on to this tape, this footage that can just? Why are the Epstein's files still sitting there? The whole truckload. I'm telling y'all thought I was just gonna. I tell people all the time, I am my own individual. Okay, I don't think right. I don't think left. I just think. Period. Okay, I just think. Period. And I know Pam Bondi, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. See, I told you guys way back then, when those Epstein files really didn't drop or anything like that, I said, guys, there's going to be stuff that's going to be happening in America that's going to completely distract us from it. But I'm one of those people where I'm like, excuse me, where are the files at? Even with this JFK stuff they're talking about right now, a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, am I still going to be sitting here going, where are the Epstein files? Oh, by the way, where's that footage that NBC has and all this? Or is something else going to happen within our lives? More protests, something happened over here. Maybe something going to happen with Ukraine. Maybe Russia and them going to make a deal. All of a sudden, it's going to distract us from it. But ladies and gentlemen, no, not Ty Smith, because boom, I keep stuff written down and I keep it right there and I go back to it. I remember, I keep it in my head. I'm built that way. I'm designed that way. I'm calculated that way, even to the extent of where if I meet teachers that I had like when I was in the 3rd or 4th grade and they're, hey, how you doing? I'm like, how are you? I remember you. I'm like, yeah, I remember you too. I remember you told me that I'm going to end up da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And they'll, oh, yeah, I remember. I keep that. Not so I can get an aha on you, but I'm either going to use it for motivation or I'm going to just look at it like, okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Y'all just told us this. So guys, I'm just saying that for me. And that's the reason why I went down my own trip and find this stuff out about how the party started, how things that happened historically that we've been lied to about Christopher Columbus, about slavery, about a lot of things. I mean, when you find it out, it's just, whoo. So I'm just telling y'all right now, as for me, and I've been on this journey for a while, the slate and I don't care. I told y'all, I don't care what they tell me. You tell me that the sky is blue, I'm going to say, oh, okay, I know you told me that, but until I go out there and see it myself and experience it, let me stop, guys. I'm getting all off on this tangent, but I'm just saying these things. These are things that I want you guys to have rolling through your head as well. Some of this stuff just doesn't make sense. And I know people say 2 wings of the same bird. And I'm just letting y'all know the stuff that I've read and gotten into. I'm not going to talk about it on my channel because I've seen what it did to other people's channels. When it talks to Israel, when you talk about Israel and the swedge, if you don't know what swedge mean, S-W-E-J. Now spell that backwards. Spell S-W-E-J backwards. When it comes to swedge and Israel, yeah, I already can tell you right now. A lot of stuff that people have said is it makes a lot of sense, because if this stuff wasn't true, why would they be ready to shut your channel down? Why would all of a sudden the video get suppressed? Why is it all of a sudden YouTube will say something like, oh, no, advertisers not interested in putting ads on your channel, whatever like that? Why is it that the views go down on that? Yeah. Anyway, to conclude, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that we're going to get something so significant that we're going to be like, oh my God, it's mind blown? Or it's going to be like, we knew this all along anyway. It's nothing surprising. So what are y'all really giving us? What are you trying to tell us? And whatever happened, what made them keep this so long like this? Did these people already know these things? Are we all just being like, although we got some great things going on right now, could these people still be doing these things just to calm us down, to keep us from wanting to dig more? Y'all let me know in the comment section, all right? And don't forget to do what you see right here in this animation. And if you want to see the next video that I will be doing in order, it's up there. You already know what's here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.